You're back?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said you were cold.
I was cold.
Hi.
Hi.
Is this a good angle? Like, I mean, or do we want to be like more? No.
Then you'll see the outside.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right, cool.
Okay, hold on. I gotta wait for this air to. Hi.
Hi.
Okay? We haven't been on in like 2 weeks, so you need to sound a little more hyped than that.
Hi.
Hold on. Let me fix the light. I feel like it's not at a proper angle. I feel like there's a shadow.
That's much better because the other one was shining right in my eyes.
All right, fine. Okay. Oh, look at this thing. When I went to Xavier, they gave me this.
Little fake
Isn't that
diamond
nice?
thing. That's
nice.
Mm-hmm.
They gave this to me when we went to. Y'all can't see it, but it's really nice. Anyway, hi everybody. I am Imani. It's me, and now I gotta slide a little closer to you. This is my mom. Hi.
Hi.
And we're in a different room today. We're in my dining room, and I feel like this is an apt place to have conversations because this was the dining room that we used to eat at when we lived at 129 in Harlem.
Dining table.
And it was also the table that I usually used to get told that I was on punishment.
After a conference.
Yeah, there was always a conference. It's like, Imani, what did you do? It's like, I don't know. I didn't say all that. I didn't do that.
It would be Imani.
Okay.
Tell me why you did that. Now I'm going to tell you why I'm disappointed.
Well, whatever.
Then you tell me what your other options could have been. And then I'll tell you why you're grounded.
And then I was like, whatever. I lived my whole life. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I didn't. But sometimes I'd be grounded so much that you'd ask me like, oh, are you still on punishment? I was like, yes, till tomorrow, which was true. I wasn't lying though. That was true.
That probably was because you could be frequently unruly, particularly after you discovered
you
boys.
Unruly.
I was never unruly.
I'm not. You're always unruly, if we're being completely honest. See, here's the thing. She's really nice on here, but in the wild.
What wild?
We mean, I'm not even like gonna pretend what she said. Okay. Are you ready for questions? I'm glad I have. Thanks, Brandon, for this list.
Oh, you have questions.
I have topics, and I have to wear my glasses because this is really small font. Also, I just changed my clothes because even though my dress was really cute, it was restricting my breathing.
That must mean it was too tight.
Okay, so let's talk about that real quick. The only reason why I was a little tight in like the chest part is because I'm back working out with my usual trainer, and I work out 6 days a week. So he was like, oh, your lats are like, like I got wings like Bruce Lee.
What does that mean, wings?
Wings, like, how he would like these muscles.
Oh.
And he was all like,
Well, as long as you don't have back fat.
Do you have back fat?
I do not.
Oh, no.
I don't have any back fat.
You
Check it out.
You don't. No, that's good. That might be even better than mine, because look.
Yeah, no, you got some. I don't have any. Don't be mad at me. It's hereditary. My mother didn't have back fat either.
So who gave me back fat? You.
You have.
No.
There is another side to your family. Somebody else contributed chromosomes.
First of all, hold on, let me go over here so I can see if anybody's saying anything. First of all, I kind of went on a donut rampage last month.
Yeah, you did. You talked about it a lot too.
Donuts are good, but I'm better now, and we'll talk about that in a little while. I don't have chicken cutlets on my back, Alicia. Okay, they're just storage points for all the yummy things that I like to eat that when I flip out sometimes.
Well, at some point during today, we're going to talk about your exercise regimen, because you posted some workout videos and people are losing their minds.
Well, also you told me like you should post another workout video because my mom is my manager and she tries to tell me what to do. Anyway.
I don't try to tell you what to do. I tell you what to do.
Those donuts are back fat. I mean, maybe. They good,
could
though.
be.
They're good though. Also,
she doesn't have that much back fat.
Also, your husband made Idris cat head biscuits, and they were very good. And I don't appreciate that type of food in my house.
So
it's very delicious.
Cat heads because his mother and grandmother called them cat heads from Louisiana. I think they're like just biscuits.
They're just but they were kind of sweet. Yeah. Is this live? Yes, it's live.
Because he puts sugar in them and he put
like cranberries,
dried cranberries.
It was good.
And then over the weekend, he made some with just cranberries for me. And he put cranberries and, as he says, pecans. And I was like...
Pecans?
Mm-hmm, but I was like, no, don't put that in.
Wait, what do people in the South say? Pecans or pecans?
Pecans.
Oh, pecan. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so first of all...
The Claver says, I'm confused. Is this live?
I already answered that. Okay. I think it's the Clever.
Like scones. Kind of like scones.
Kind of, but not dry and ashy.
You know, white people like scones because they're like really hard and have no more.
Who sent me this? I think Aisha, my friend Aisha, sent me this thing, and it was like a tweet from Ari Melber, maybe from MSNBC, and he said he wrote something like, "Did you know that most recipes, like in cookbooks, are improved by just adding a lot of butter?" And I was like, maybe you haven't had any seasoning in your life. I don't know. I don't know about that.
Butter and Tony Chachery.
Well, that's too much sodium. Anyway. This one was asleep yesterday.
I missed it
during the extravaganza because you're tired, because it was so good.
I'm judging a journalism competition, which is having me up at all hours.
I'm judging a competition too, but I still watched it anyway.
I watched it in retrospect.
It was
on the repeat.
Okay, listen, hold on. I'm gonna play.
My daughter sent me a link.
Oh my god, it's so good. Okay, let me tell y'all. Wait, hold on. This is my jam, y'all. I've listened to this song, Save the Overtime for Me by Gladys Knight and the Pips. I've listened to it 5 times today. Listened to it 2 times. You said Gladys. You know what? Gladys. Way too long. Hold on. Don't stay around. Pretty baby, I know you're working hard for me. Okay, I'm gonna pause this. So listen, so it was so funny because as I was watching it, she watched it late. I was watching it. There came a point where, because I mean, Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight.
Most energy last night.
Patti, because she was drinking Ciroc.
Patti and get up. She kicked those shoes off. That's the most she could do.
Oh, but Gladys got up because she said, I have to sing. Yeah, she was like, I have to sing.
Gladys was jamming.
She's like, I can't hit that note if I sit down. Okay, right. So listen. Okay, so what I was going to say is, so I'm watching this, like, these are 2 women who are older than you. Okay, so
why you say it like
just listen?
I'm 68. They're close to. I think they're like 80.
They're 77.
Okay, close.
And 78.
All right,
or 77 and 76, something like that. All I'm saying is the best part is that, like, I remember when so On My Own came on. Now, when I was 11,
Michael McDonald.
When I was 11, I was like, I'm on my own. I never thought that we were meant to be. I was so into that song. I was like 11 years old, and I was like there's the part where he was like, we talking about divorce and we weren't even married. I mean, they were.
I was like,
no, I was like, I feel you. I feel that pain. I'm 11.
How you feel 11?
Because the emotion was there.
Oh.
Dion is 80. Okay, and then did you see what Dion?
She had on. I think she didn't get the message about dressing up.
First of all, Dionne Warwick was like, "What's the social distance?" Because I'm gonna just walk up in here and be all like, "Hey,
you know."
Yo, Dionne Warwick had me dying.
But she was singing.
The second song she sang really well. The first song she was just.
Did you see that point where Patti couldn't remember to pick up the microphone to talk or sing? And then she was holding the microphone and doing this, but she wasn't singing.
Patti was drinking Ciroc last night in a champagne flute. Right. So
what was that other one that was the Teddy Riley and Babyface? Because
you mean when Teddy was like this? He was like,
like I said, Wait, Babyface was completely ready.
No, he was ready, and he had COVID.
Teddy Riley was, I don't even know.
You know why? Because this is why.
But last night, Patty kicked her shoe off and hit her in the knee, and she started going, my knee hurts.
Wait, did I miss this? Who did she did? She hit who in the knee?
Herself. She kicked her shoe off.
Yo, that's something I would do.
And hit her on the knee, and she was like, oh, my knee hurts.
That's something I would do.
And Gladys was like, oh, baby.
That is something I would do all day.
I love them. So me and Pat Jordan, we went to see, let me see, what was it? The church on 116th Street.
You talking about AME?
Bethel? I can't remember, but it's a church on 116th Street.
And Lennox?
Yeah. And Patty was appearing there.
Right.
And Pat and I bought tickets, and we were sitting. There's like an afternoon thing, and Pat and I were standing. I had bought tickets, and I bought tickets. She bought a ticket, and somebody came out of the church and recognized me and tried like, "Oh no, you don't have to stand out here." And I was like, "No, I'm okay. No, come on inside. We will have you great seats." I said, "We'll say, I'll stand out here because I don't like for people to see me."
Yeah. Like, excuse me, right. I'm going.
Move, like, wait, where you going? Oh, you don't know who I am? I don't know who you are. You better get back here with the rest of us. So,
I mean, I'm not going to say that
but I went to that. What you say?
I said,
you've done that. So,
sorry.
But that day, Patty was real. Patty in church.
Harlem.
Patty in church was no joke. She was serious.
Yeah.
And
you had a good time.
I had a wonderful time, but last night, seriously. So my girls,
Patty kicked herself.
My girls, we call ourselves the big girls, GIRLZ.
Because y'all from these streets with a Z.
There's 12 of us, and everybody was watching except for me because I fell asleep. But anyway,
surprising.
But anyway, when I woke up and started texting them, they were like, "Where were you?" And I said, "I fell asleep."
Idris, you gonna walk up in here with that Band-Aid on your forehead?
Yeah. So, but I was inspired. I was inspired by seeing those three sisters and friends. And so my girls and I, we decided we're gonna write a book about friendship. Because some of us have been friends since 8th grade.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is what I was trying to say a long time ago. Okay, so first of all, Alicia, thank you for not reminding me. Hi, Idris. Hi. Thank you for not reminding me to bring my mirror downstairs, but it's fine. But yes, Patty's mirror was a whole guest last night. It was like 4.
Did she know she was on camera?
I don't think so. I don't think she cared. And honestly, when I'm 76, I'm gonna be like you, but worse.
I was like the stage manager. Like, where's the stage? She's like, you better put the teleprompter, the words up there.
She's like, I don't know. Some of these songs.
And I get that, but it seemed like nobody let them know or let her know that just because you're not singing doesn't mean you're not.
I don't think Patty cared because I think Patty had been drinking the entire 2 hours and was like, whatever. Okay, so look, so this is what I was. They
were amazing. Who said that? Oh, Deb. Hey, Deb. Deb Langford. They were amazing.
Okay, you want to just go here? It's your show. Go
okay. The mirror. Go get your special guest. That must be you.
No, the special guest is the mirror.
Oh.
Okay, wait, but hold on. This is what I was gonna say. So Dionne Warwick saunters on. She all like social distancing, whatever.
She had on a nurse's uniform.
She really did. She had them Air nurses. It looked like them thick like white shoes from the nurse.
Well, it was the shoes that old ladies used to wear. Even old ladies don't wear those
anymore, but she came
got fashionable old lady shoes.
Listen, Dionne came through fresh off of Marlboro, okay, and then walked up in the room and was like, "Hey, y'all, what's up?" So then she said, she hummed one song, and then the second one, because she had to get ready, and she just smoked, and then the second song she came on,
smiling,
and they sang the song. And honestly, I got real tired of that song, but I was really hyped last night about that song. But here's the funny part: when after she sang the song, Dionne was like, "All right then." I was like,
she had somewhere to be.
She is and she was like, I am all of 80, okay, and y'all gonna know that tonight.
She had somewhere to be.
But also, it was kind of late for them. It was late for you, and you on the West Coast.
Listen, my cousins called me from Toronto.
Yeah, no,
that's because 2 nights ago, he called me at what was 11 o'clock my time.
Did he get screams on?
Well, Roosevelt answered the phone and told him I was asleep, and that was that.
My mom, I remember my friend and Zinger from high school called me one time at like 10:30, and honestly, I was asleep and I was in high school, and my mom was like, "You can't call her after 10 o'clock." Like, okay, this is my question for everybody: what was the cutoff time for the phone in your house?
Before people had,
because mine was 10 p.m.
Before cell phones.
Mine was never. I get texts at like 1 a.m.
From who?
From my friends.
No, y'all should be asleep.
Yeah,
don't do that.
No, don't do that.
Although you are growing
I
madly, it'll stunt your growth.
It was like, I'll like see all these messages when I wake up.
Okay, Danielle, my friend Danielle from med school said 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
I'm like, you had a real Haitian family because
oh my goodness,
9 o'clock, 10 p.m. if you're family. Yeah, well, I guess you know what? Then I'm gonna let you
8 to 9.
I'm gonna let you off the hook a little
In
bit.
bed by 9.
Well, Danielle
In high
also like
school?
ran track and stuff, so she probably
she
had
wanted
to go to
bed.
sleep.
Okay, Marva, 8 o'clock. After that, it was family time.
Okay, well,
Okay, well,
maybe it wasn't so bad, but I was
in
like,
my
10
house,
o'clock.
the way I did it was people cannot call any later than people would come to visit. So
Who's coming to visit at 9 o'clock at night?
my point exactly.
No, but my time was 10 o'clock, 10 p.m.
Here's what I'm saying. Before there were cell phones and the house phone would ring and everybody's like, okay, who's on the phone?
Because pause, because we lived in a brownstone and there was no intercom. So if I was in my room on the top floor and my cousin, let's say, was in the basement in her room, I had to be like, Lynette, pick up the phone. It was so like wild. It was so wild.
Well, many people don't have intercoms.
I mean, I'm not saying that like, oh, we didn't have intercoms.
Donna Knight
Was
said,
us.
who had a phone? Get out of here.
No calls after 11.
Cleon said sundown.
Cleon, stop lying.
Well, these are all West Indies.
They are West Indies.
These are all West Indies. West Indies got crazy hours, although Larnie's Philippine 8 to 9 p.m. Even that's
kind of
early.
Similar.
Diamond Diva, Honeybee. Where'd that go?
In the Caribbean, no phone and no one come calling after the sun sets.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Right. You had some little friend in Houston who called one night and I explained to him.
Yeah, but then I got my own phone. Like I got a separate phone line. So I could do whatever. Actually, I really didn't. I'd be like, I gotta go to sleep. I can't mess with y'all. Okay, so let's move on to another.
Covering your Band-Aid?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Why are you covering your
Because Idris got one little pimple. And
I know. We gave him a facial last night, and I put.
I just want everybody to understand that my dad gave Idris a facial last night because my dad actually he used to do that. But I'm just like, whose grandpa is giving? He's so.
He used to be a model.
Yeah, but I'm saying Idris is so like pampered extra.
He is pampered. I gave him a manicure and pedicure before he had the facial.
I scratched my toe and it started bleeding.
My mom was like, when are you going to tend to his fingernails? I'm like, he is almost 14.
She has talons.
But the person who does my nails doesn't do.
I'm not asking you to do your person to do that. His mother can keep his nails filed.
Like your grandma did for you.
Or teach him how
my
to do
grandma was at home all the time. She wasn't working, not like when I was
teach him how to do it.
I'm gonna teach you how to do it. Okay, anyway, let's move on because I don't appreciate
Girl, you were privileged.
Talking.
She was privileged.
I mean, I was privileged, but
the kind of privilege that
I wasn't active.
Grandma lives with you and grandma takes care of you. That's what was happening with her.
Because grandma likes me the best.
She was.
I think I can honestly say that in my family, I'm everyone's favorite. Moving on.
You're not my favorite.
Okay, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about in our family. Like
I'm in your family.
I know, but you don't count. Okay, so what? What's
you're
up?
My favorite mother.
Well, you know what? You're my favorite child. My mom, whatever. All right. So here's some questions. Okay. Name one thing you're grateful for from the past week. I can go first.
Go ahead.
Okay. So let's talk about donuts real quick. Okay.
We're talking about the donuts downtown?
No, we're talking. Yes. Aren't they delicious?
They're awesome.
They're so good. They taste like beignets.
I never had one.
Donut man. They're so good.
Bring me one.
Okay, so all right, so let me tell y'all what happened because this is actually like, okay, this is really kind of serious, but not really. So I was eating mad donuts back in August because donuts are good, but also I didn't realize I was like getting depressed again. So a couple weeks ago, I had my Prozac increase. Like I think, I don't know if I told you this, but I woke up like maybe 3 weeks ago. Like I was asleep and I woke up in like a state of like anxiety and panic. And I was like, what? Like I was fully asleep. I was chilling. I saw you going on the low. I was fully
That was a
chilling.
sigh.
Oh, I thought you were like,
Well, why was I sighing? Ask me.
Why were you sighing? Oh, you know what? Listen. Okay, so I was depressed like 3 weeks, like a month ago. So I had my Prozac. Stop. I had my Prozac increased. And it was really weird because I'm gonna slap both of y'all. I swear to God.
Okay, now it's better.
So here's what was happening. Okay, so what was happening was my anxiety was going up, and I was just like feeling bad about the dumbest things. Like I got a text from AT&T and they were like, don't forget you got to pay your bill. And I was like, I already know. I just haven't been motivated to do it. And my motivation was really, really low. And it was just really hard for me to do like most things. So I got my Prozac increased. And it's interesting because, well, not that most of y'all would know about this, but I'm basically taking the amount that someone who has significant anxiety is taking, which is 80 milligrams, which is, I mean, if I was giving it to a patient, that's kind of a lot. But I was going to say to you, isn't that wild that it took that much for me to like get stable? I mean, I'm happy that I feel better now. Why are you making that face?
I'm happy you feel better. But now what I'm looking back on is all the years I suffered.
You know what? I'm looking back on all the years when you was acting up, including right now.
And you refused to see anybody or take any medication. And I'm thinking, how much happier
because that
our
was my
lives could have
depression.
been. How much happier our lives could have
whatever.
been
I'm not
if
telling
she
you
had
nothing no more.
only complied with
I'm not telling
our
you.
requests. Imani, stop eating those donuts, Mama.
That's Danielle. I know. I stopped. I didn't. I haven't. I've just been. But my, what's delicious now? Acai Bowls. Acai Bowls are so good.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
See, told you.
See? But it had stuff with it a lot.
Like what? Where would you eat plantains at?
Irene's house.
She fixed plantains?
Well, yeah, they gave me this plantain. It had like this sweet frosting on it.
Frosting. What do you mean?
I don't know how to describe it. It wasn't frosting.
Was it like cut?
Yeah, it was cut in half. It was weird. I don't know how to describe it.
Was it cut in half like one long one?
Sometimes like I think it was.
See, they're Salvadoran. They do it differently.
No, I went to this Peruvian restaurant and I ordered plantains, and you know what it came with?
I'm afraid to hear.
Sour cream. I was like,
that
yo,
terrible.
But it's a thing. So when I go there, I'm like, I don't want any sour. Like, please don't do that. Like that's very disrespectful to me and my Jamaican heritage. But I mean, that's what they do. Whatever.
Well, you're gonna have to.
You're gonna have to. Puerto Rican and Jamaican. Anyway,
don't have them like throw you out of both cultures.
Okay. Hold on.
There was a question there. Do you feel your job as a physician would be impacted by taking medicine for your depression? She's probably a better doctor.
Okay, so first of all, let me just say, and this is in all honesty, I was thinking about this earlier today. I definitely had my depression worsened in med school, and also my irritable bowel syndrome. Everyone in med school in our second year, Danielle, I know you out there, everybody, like we all had IBS because we were always like all the time because we were always studying and they were testing everything. But that being said, I say that because when I was a resident and I had to be up like all night, like seeing patients, I was still able to do a good job despite my depression. I think if anything, having depression and anxiety was really prohibitive in terms of getting me motivated. But I will say that once I start seeing patients, then I'm like in my happy place. So I'm like, yay. Hi. Oh, you're hearing voices. Let me increase this medication. Oh, you tired during the day? Let me decrease the sleep medication. So, it's not that it makes me a better doctor, but it does make me just a better, like happier person when I'm not working. Cause I actually really like seeing patients and doing all that kind of stuff. So there.
What were you grateful for? Happy?
You didn't even say yours yet.
Well, I'm going to him. Because I care that he goes first.
I was grateful for my grandparents
Oh,
For what?
giving me a manicure and a facial so my pimple would go away, even though it wasn't visible until someone pointed out.
I told you how
It's
to
barely
like.
visible.
I told you that I do oil cleansing.
My grandpa gets a little thing that he put on a clay mask.
I know, but my point is that on the day to day, then you wouldn't,
Oil feels weird. Lotion is.
We're not. Please don't admit to people about your lotion issues, okay? Like, because they're gonna think I'm the worst mother. Like, you don't like plantains and you don't like lotion.
You don't clip his nails, and sometimes he's an ashy yellow boy.
I'm like, if like I was still living in New York, you wouldn't be like this, but it's too late now. I mean, it's sad.
And so, what am I grateful for? I am grateful because
For your grandson.
I'm grateful for my grandson, of course, and apple pie.
Yeah.
Me, like, what is?
Oh, I'm grateful for you too. I forgot. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm grateful that I didn't have to listen to what's his name's voice for much of this week because I've been living in an alternate universe,
Like Black Mirror.
something like that, because I can't.
You talking about 45?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I don't ever listen to his voice.
Well, sometimes I can't help it, so I could barely watch the news anymore.
So, but you're watching the news too much.
She watches the news
all the time,
I
right?
stopped.
Yeah, you have to.
I like watching it.
I do too, but I can't. You can't do that now.
It was my living. That's what I did for a living.
Here's a question. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to move it like that.
You did.
No,
Oil draws the zits out of your skinny, Dries.
it does.
Yeah, I put tea tree oil in them.
Okay, listen.
Oh, Paula, we saw Patty at
trying
Canaan
to-
Baptist Church. It was a
Go
fundraiser for
ahead.
the John H. Clark
Go ahead.
House.
Welcome.
We made contributions and got to personally greet Patty on stage. We personally greeted Patty on stage, Pat, Jordan, and I.
Oh, hi, Pat.
Canaan Baptist Church.
Okay, so N. Renee has a question. Did either of you see the interview that Tamron Hall did with former Mayor Andrew? Is it Gillum or Gilliam?
It's Gillum.
What were your takeaways from that interview, especially when it comes to coping in public life? Did you know what they're talking about?
I do.
Yeah, I saw the little blood. Like he was like, yeah, like I'm bisexual and what? And I was like, okay. I mean, you're still awesome. I don't care, but I know people do care. So, but I don't. I'm like, that's your business.
Well, the pressures of that public life can make him clearly made him try to hide aspects of his life. And then when he lost the election by fewer than 3,000 votes or something like that.
I'd be mad. I start kicking stuff over.
Sounds like he spiraled into a really bad place.
Mm-hmm.
All of that.
Hi, Mario.
All of that speaks to the stress that we're all under, even when we're not fully conscious of it. There's like this undercurrent.
That's me.
They're gonna try to kill me.
Well,
an undercurrent no,
I'm saying that like there is an undercurrent of stress.
They won't wear masks. They're trying to kill me. If I drive my car in a certain neighborhood at a certain time of night, they're gonna try to kill me. If I go into a store, which I don't do anymore, but if I did go into a store and they follow me around and I turn around and say, "Excuse me, may I help you?" Can I
say something real quick? So I just finished recording this podcast, Brown Ambition, with these two like really super great people, Budgetnista and Mandy Woodruff. So they're both Black and they have a podcast called Brown Ambition. And so I was actually kind of thinking out loud, and it occurred to me that remember when everybody was like all wilding about about water and toilet paper in the very beginning of the pandemic, and it was because people needed something to control, right? So they weren't able to control the fact that they couldn't go to work, or you're not going to put that on the table because you have no coaster. In any case, go get a coaster.
This is the house that has no tissue.
We have coasters.
No.
We do have napkins. I just like they're frivolous. Anyway, my point is that before I was rudely interrupted is that I surmised that all these white people who are running around not wearing masks, it's probably because, like, yes, it's become a political thing and everything, but I think for those people, they
Go ahead, I'm listening.
I think for those people, they feel like that's one thing they can control in their lives is whether to wear a mask or not. And that's why, some people are like really, clinging on to that. I'm gonna let y'all just do whatever you want to do because I was really trying to make a good point.
You're making a good point.
Okay. So anyway, like, I'm not saying that I'm not trying to explain it away. And I do think those people are woefully, wrong. But I guess in my line of work, I have to try to make sense of things that make no sense. So there was an example.
You have to try to find motives. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, why won't you just wear a mask? Because here's the thing, most of these people who don't wear masks lack significant empathy. And that's actually something I've read in a lot of studies. Because I mean, if you're like the average mediocre, like white male, you don't really have to try so hard, like in general, like you just kind of, exist and things. Yeah, like things just kind of happen to you. So you don't really have a point of reference. And those and more often than not, those are the people that will say, well, if you would have just listened to what the police said, you wouldn't have gotten shot. And it's like, what are you talking about? Mm-hmm. So anyway, there's a lot of lack of empathy going on in this country.
George Floyd listened to the police.
Right. I mean,
he did.
And some people didn't listen to the police. They didn't get a chance to because they actually got shot in the back. Anyway, let me see. Anyway,
I think he's married.
He is married. Yeah,
he's married.
So
I think she's Jamaican too.
Well, I saw this. I saw like some comments on this. This like inner Instagram post and people like, oh my God, he's married. Like, okay, here's my question.
And he has children.
Right. He's bisexual. Like that, like he's married to a woman. They have kids. Like, why is that confusing to people? Like, because I think when you say bisexual, I think there are some people that still are equating not like anything other than heterosexual means that you're like a sex demon. Like when I was little, I remember that when I would watch like sitcoms or like the pervasive attitude in culture was that people would believe that like homosexual men were child molesters and like sex addicts.
You saw that in sitcoms?
Well, yeah, like in, like that was kind of like people would drop like innuendos and stuff like, oh, you know how so-and-so goes. It's true. Like that was the attitude. I think
you were watching way too mature sitcoms.
I mean, I was watching a lot of mature sitcoms, but I mean, that's how it. Remember?
There's a question.
Wait, do you remember when we went to the outlets in Texas? And I was like 6 or 7.
And you were hiding the racks?
No, and I asked that woman if she wanted to be a hoe.
Excuse me? Do I not recall?
I got in so much trouble. It was so. Because I used to watch SNLs and Eddie Murphy was on and he had that character Velvet Jones and he was like, this is my book, How to Be a Hoe. And I was like, do you want to be a hoe? I got in so much trouble. You were like, you can't watch SNL from now on. I was like, oh, okay.
I don't know what you were doing up that late anyway.
You were asleep. I was downstairs watching.
I'm saying, because I don't remember allowing you to watch that
Who said allow? I was out here doing me.
I should have beaten you.
You did beat me
once.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That is a lie. Watch. Remember that time when you beat me with the extension cord?
No.
See? Anyway,
I think you're confusing.
My grandmother never beat me with an extension cord. Grandma beat me with a belt that had my name on it.
Oh, that's that Texas cowboy belt.
Yes. Me, Lori, and Lene had belts, and we all got beat with that. It was probably Lori's fault because we always used to get in trouble because of something that Lori would do.
Look, question for me.
Hold on.
It's a question for Idris.
Hold on.
Where'd it go?
It's up there.
Idris, what math course are you taking?
Algebra 1.
Imani, are you still enjoying being a mom tutor? You know what?
School started.
Yeah, school started last Tuesday. I liked algebra. Actually, I felt really proud of myself because algebra calculus was, calculus was created in Timbuktu. So I feel like as a Black person, it would make sense that I'm really good at advanced math.
You'll always be.
Well, I love calculus. Calculus is fun. So I took AP calculus.
I hate math.
Me too. Well, I don't.
I got a 5 on the AP test.
5 out of 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should clarify that.
Okay, sorry. I got it. I got a perfect score on my AP
5
calculus
out of
exam.
100.
You know what? You 5 out of 100. Okay.
Hello to the Guyanese people, them.
Hi, Guyanese people. Hi, Marva. Algebra and trig. I don't really know what trigonometry is because maybe I'm sure I took it, but they didn't call it that. I don't know what trigonometry is,
I
honestly.
had triggers.
What is it?
With the triangles.
That's geometry.
Hmm.
Yes, it is. Complementary angles and all of that. Isosceles, the Pythagorean theorem.
That's
Right. Yeah.
They put that in algebra.
Okay. I had it in trig.
I know.
Yeah, they didn't call it trig. Okay. Hey, let's talk about something real quick. So last week I was asked to be in a documentary for HBO Max. Gay for me. Thank you. Oh my God. So I was asked to be in this documentary about millennials and mental illness. And so my topic was anxiety, which, as you guys know, I'm intimately familiar with. And it was a lot of fun. We filmed it at this house, like in what's that area by the Getty called? The something Hills?
Cheviot Hills?
No.
Hollywood Hills?
No.
Beverly Hills.
Europe.
Oh, that's up where the golf course is.
Yeah, it's like off the 405, like right
yeah.
off the 405.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was nice. The people there were really nice. Annette, thank you. It was really great. I do wish that they could have turned the air conditioning on because I was kind of hot. But aside from that, I had a really good time and they got me coffee. Thanks. Anyway.
You're excited because you got coffee?
I'm excited when I get free stuff. Like I like
coffee?
I mean,
okay.
I just, I mean, I'm an independent person, unlike other people, and I really like when people, like, get me stuff for free.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. And I was a presenter for the Gracie Awards, and they sent me all these gifts and stuff.
What's the gift? Should I get a gift?
Not a gift. No, you did not get a gift. They sent me that thing.
It's what would have been in the swag bag if you had gone in person.
Right, but they gave me like a whole, Facebook. Remember when Facebook was trying to market that device where you could talk to people and they would like follow you around the room? Not like the device follow you around, but like it would change like the camera angles and stuff for you.
So
they gave you that?
They gave me that, yeah.
Okay.
You can do TED Talks now.
I guess. I mean, it was really fun. I had a good time. A swag bag, exactly. Thanks, Danielle. Because these people don't care.
You're going to be shiny.
Who's shiny?
You're going to be shiny.
Me.
And
there's Zanelle. Hello, family. Hey,
hi, Zanelle. Hi.
Oh, so I guess the storm, Sally, hurricane was headed over to the Gulf Coast, but I guess it's going to miss our peoples
in Louisiana.
New Orleans.
Okay.
I'm so glad.
I want to go back.
So do I.
Who doesn't? Okay. Workout talk.
Sine, cosine, and tangent are all trigonometry.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. So that they must have combined it in algebra.
Because mine was combined in calculus. When I took AP calculus, that's when I did like sine, cosine, and tangent. And then when I got to college, it was like it was in physics, which I really didn't like as a discipline. I was like, this is stupid.
Would you like to begin talking about your regimen?
I rode a bike.
When?
Over the weekend.
I told my grandma.
Oh, thanks for telling your mother. Did you have fun?
Grandpa's getting him a bigger bike that fits him.
I need a bike too.
We went up the hill, drove by a crazy black man, went back down the hill.
What is that?
Saw a guy.
You mean your next door neighbor?
No, in the neighborhood over there.
The crazy black man.
Not in our neighborhood, over at Irene's.
Oh, does he like, what is he? Does he like shout at things?
He shouts things.
Oh, well, I mean, that's fine.
But he had a bike.
Pat, who is a math major and a math teacher. Yes, Danielle, triggers the in-depth study of triangle measures and relationships.
Oh, it's really about triangles.
Mm-hmm.
See, that kind of reminds me of organic chemistry because I was really good in general chemistry. Like I really liked it. But when I got to organic, I was like, what is up with carbon? Like, why is this whole thing about carbon? Like, I don't even care like
It's the
that.
foundation.
I
Carbon is
hated
the
organic.
basis.
I was like, please somebody kill me. Anyway, workout talk.
Yeah.
Thanks, Idris.
I
I'm
like-
still
How
scarred
are
from
you
working.
motivating yourself?
No, we're not there.
How are you
I'm there.
motivating yourself?
You said
Not-
before that you don't
majority
need
is
motivation.
here.
Motivation for working out.
What's your first of all, everybody knows about my workout regimen. I'll describe it more in depth in a minute. What are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Okay, so whenever you go hiking, I decide whether I don't want to go hiking. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I ride bikes. I rode all the way to the beach one time.
You did.
Yeah.
We went hiking, and if it weren't like smoky and crazy outside, we would go like more often. But it's the air quality is terrible. I know, Danielle. I did squats today. Okay.
Yoga.
So what are you doing?
Yoga.
And
Yoga.
oh yeah, you're not doing Pilates no more, right?
No.
Yeah.
My knee got, not because of Pilates, but because I didn't warm up enough.
You're right.
And I think I hyperextended and got a torn meniscus.
Me too. I got hyperextended my knee, but it's doing better
I
now.
have to work.
I had
now.
surgery.
You need to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm getting forced to rescue.
I know. And your mom, because you lazy butt.
I'm lazy. I'm just
And
Well-
how do you motivate yourself
school.
to work out?
How do I motivate myself? It's not very hard for me, luckily, just because I like how I feel when I'm like doing physical activity. I like how I feel immediately after physical activity. I prefer working out really early in the morning. So pre-pandemic, I used to work out at 6 a.m. and now I work out at 7 a.m. I just like to know that in the beginning of the day, I'm doing something specifically for me. And then I feel like, yay, I'm accomplished. Yay. I'm like, awesome. And then I go on with my day.
So what do you tell people who want to work out? Like all these people who watch you or your regimen and then they say, oh, I wish I could. And I got to go put down the donut so I can work out with. How do you help them get motivated?
I would say that, exercise has a number of benefits, and, me myself personally, I like I said, I have issues with having low serotonin, and I work out pretty much 6 or 7 days a week. And I really need that every day to kind of keep my mood in check. So I would say that, it's really helpful with mood. I like to see, my body changing. I like to see like, oh, you know what? Remember when I couldn't, these shorts I got on, I couldn't fit like 2 weeks ago. So I, like little things like that. I don't have a scale in my house because I don't really care.
You weigh yourself every time you come to my house.
But no, I don't. Not every time.
Okay, almost
Most
every
of the
time.
time.
Yeah, but then the last time I was like, first of all, both these scales are broken.
I want a scale. The scale.
I weigh myself every day
Why? That's weird.
because I have diabetes, and
You're at diabetes.
Mom.
that pimple on the side of your mouth looks like a diabetes.
It's not a pimple, okay? It's a mole, and you were the person that made it bleed when I was 16 because you kept thinking it was a mole, but it's not. It's a beauty. It's a beauty.
It's an eternal pimple.
It isn't. You're an eternal pimple.
It looks like
okay?
an eggplant.
You're an eggplant.
It's like an
Okay, all of y'all are getting on my damn nerves.
Anyway, so I started working out by running marathons when I was 51. That's when I
That's not
was
true because you
diagnosed.
used to work out like when we lived in Dallas and stuff.
I did, but not
For real.
Not like that. Not running every day.
I was surprised because I only saw you run when I got hit by that car that one time.
Yeah, that was I wouldn't be judged a bad mother.
You know what?
I'm out of this. I'm out of
For a reason. For a reason, because that was mad rude. That was so rude. I could have died.
You could
But
have,
you
and then I
didn't.
would have had to kill somebody.
Yeah, and it'll be
So you're really saying that you only ran like a block to where I was in the street because people were going to judge you as a bad mother if you had sauntered over there? I know what's going
Because
on.
my mother would have beat me.
Well, she was in the house, so
She would
okay.
have been like,
I think
where did you let her go? That she got hit by a car?
I was just outside
like,
playing with my friends.
on the street at 20 miles an hour.
I think
Shut up, okay? That's so
20
rude.
miles an
You know
hour
what?
in our little
I
enclave.
apologize for telling
In
you to
our
shut up.
little
But
enclave where everybody was driving like 15 to 20 miles an hour. She got hit by a car. It's like
it was a
oh
van.
my God.
It was like a mystery machine. Like it was one of those type of vans.
If anybody was gonna do that, it would be you. And then the little kids were like,
No.
Miss Paula, Imani got hit by a car. Like, and I had to run over there and I bent down on the ground.
You know what?
I am Virgo. I actually had to get down on the ground where you also pulled.
Stop. Okay, you know what? You rude. You are so rude. First, I sprained my right wrist,
and her knee was all messed up,
and my tibia was broken.
And we had to call the ambulance, and the whole little enclave came out to see. There was a guy next door who lived next door to us, and we lived in a condo. What's it called?
Like a townhouse. Yeah.
And next door was this dude who had a Doberman pinscher.
You mean the people you yelled at?
Please.
With the gun?
And I had to run out there, and the guy was out there looking like what was going on. The same guy I threatened with my gun because his dog kept trying to dig under the fence to get my 6-year-old daughter. And I said, could you please control your dog? Because if it digs under the fence and gets into my yard, it's going to bite or eat my daughter. And he was
Maybe
like,
the dog was
like,
racist.
oh, it'll be okay. And I said, listen, I'm telling you, I'm just fair warning. And the next time that dog dug under the fence, I put my Walter PPK in my pocket.
What is that?
And I rang his bell.
Here we go with your stories.
And she had a gun.
And I said to him, I'm going to shoot your dog.
We were talking about workouts.
We were talking about why I had to run so my mother wouldn't think I was a bad
We were
mother.
talking about
About
workouts.
how if I got my own show for one day, how cool it.
No, it wouldn't be.
I think it's awesome.
Damn. It's so
Get out of here.
Okay, working out. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Okay, so workouts. I work out 6 days a week with my trainer. I actually noticed that once, I did notice that when I started working out only 4 days a week, my knee got really messed up. Like it really, really
I
hurt.
take those pills.
And I would like low key, I was like, oh my God, maybe I have to get surgery. And I was like hopping down the stairs in here. It was really whack. But then I realized that stop.
He's hopping down the stairs. He's acting out your story. Go ahead.
So then I realized, I was like, you know what, maybe the muscles around my knee are not as strong as they were because I wasn't working out with the same trainer, and I was working out, only 4 times a week. But anyway, now it's better. So preferred workout regimens. I lift weights. I think somebody asked a question earlier. Oh, okay. Rosie Rose, I like that name, on Twitter asked a question. She said, I want to know what workout and diet to get a flat tummy. I need a regimen. Question, do I lose weight first and then start using weights? I was told that using weights earlier on will make fat turn to muscle, which results in a bulky look. Danielle, I know you're on here. I'm going to just say it. Here's the thing. As a female human, you don't have enough testosterone to be bulky, right? If you took testosterone exogenously, so if you were able to, inject it into yourself, then maybe, right? But typically speaking, I lift weights all the time, and actually people don't think that I'm as strong as I am. But I actually lift pretty heavy weights, and I'm not bulky. Here's my arm.
Except for your head.
Your head is bulky, okay?
You could headbutt someone and they would.
No, I could not, because I have a smaller head than this one over here.
The question
And
about
you.
losing weight first.
Is
it a matter of losing weight, or is it a matter of just changing your diet so that
It's
what you're
both.
not? Well, so that she's not eating
as
food.
much.
Right. So I mean, you can eat as much as you want, provided they're like vegetables, salad, even some fruits you need to stay away from because they're not stay away from, but minimize because it's so much sugar.
Right.
But it's not a question of should I lose weight first.
No, you just need
And
to
then
like be active.
It's a holistic thing.
And consistency, right?
Yeah.
So for me, when I only work out 3 days a week, I will come up with reasons on the off days to like not do anything, especially now, right? So if I work out consistently, then that means that I know like I'm more cognizant of my my like diet choices, or not diet. I've never been on a diet, but like my food choices. So I pretty much try to start the day with protein, which these days has been like, I like soft boiled eggs. So I'll have like 2 soft boiled eggs.
I eat leftover dinner for breakfast.
I get 2 soft boiled eggs. Oh,
hard. You make a hard boiled egg. And
I eat meat and vegetables for breakfast.
And then for lunch, I'll do like a protein and like salad. I like salad. I like to eat a lot of salad. And then for dinner, and then I'll have a snack, a sensible snack, as they say on the commercial. And then I'll have a snack of like, I don't know, fruit. And then I'll eat dinner. And then like people sometimes talk about a cheat day, which is kind of, I'm not really a cheat day person. Like if I want it, I'm gonna eat it. I'll just probably eat it in a smaller quantity, because it's my belief that if my brain is like, yo, you should get this pizza, there's something in that pizza that my body needs. And I have a good relationship with food, and I'm not trying to get have a bad relationship with food and then have an eating disorder, and it's weird.
Can I talk about the whole concept of how we eat breakfast and what I'm going to? In the days when we were more agrarian people working on farms and stuff, it made sense to eat like a lot of things like pancakes and bread and butter and
because we was working,
because you were working all that off. So what's seen as a traditional meal in this country, a hearty breakfast, is actually putting
it's
probably unwanted weight on you, because we're not working that way anymore,
and it's stressing your pancreas
and so
like insulin.
So for the reason why I grew up eating leftover dinner for breakfast. So if we had steak or we had, chicken or something like that, my mother would just heat it up and we'd have it in the morning. And so I orient towards eating my biggest meal probably at around noon. And then in the evening, I'll have soup or salad, and I'm good. I'm a little bit shorter than her, so I'm 5'9", I weigh 155.
Wait, I'm 155 now.
Okay.
But usually I'm around like 145, so I actually gained 10 pounds.
Okay, well, usually I'm around 150, so I gained 5 because this Corona period is doing this to me. But I think that the reason why I mentioned that was just to say that it isn't that I don't eat. It isn't that she doesn't eat.
Oh, I'm gonna eat.
You know, she's going to eat donuts, and I'm going to eat apple pie, and I'm going to eat plantains, and I eat fruit and so forth. But the point is that just knowing you need to research more the kind of food to eat and when, so that what you're not doing is depriving yourself. Diets are a bad idea.
Terrible.
Diets are a bad idea. The idea is, if you want to have something sweet, go ahead and have it, but be satisfied with having a smaller portion of it. Just because there's a whole pie there doesn't mean you have to eat it in 2 days. My husband will buy me the apple pie I like from Vaughn's, and I can finish it probably in like 5 days.
I used to get in trouble when I was in high school because my dad would buy like an apple pie, and then I would eat it all.
He'd be like, "Where's the pie?" And well, if you all wanted it, you should have eaten it. And we'd be like, you little pig.
Well, I was hungry. So, so anyway, there was another thing I wanted to address too. Oh, real quick. So I try to follow a paleo diet, which is basically like a lot of protein, a lot of vegetables, protein, and like minimal like sugar. But I mean, I kind of, dip in and out. The reason why I mention that is because it worked really well for me. And then I discovered like randomly like the blood type diet. I'm not saying like start a diet, but it just so happened to coincide that the paleo diet worked really well for my blood type, which is O negative. So like someone mentioned cabbage, like, oh, cabbage is great. Cabbage for me it's like, I got to take bean. It's a whole ordeal. I like cabbage. Like I like,
Is it that way with you with bok choy also? You should get bok choy then.
I know, but sometimes I don't want bok choy as much. My point is
I had
that
bok choy last week for breakfast.
yeah, it's just, I mean, it's good. It's just very, I mean, I liked it better when I was
watery.
younger. Yeah, it's watery.
That's why it's good. It's got a lot of water.
Well, I just like less water. So anyway, but yeah, for me, that's what worked well. I don't have like it up on my refrigerator and like, oh my God, I can't eat like walnuts or whatever. Like I just pretty much, I have Beano. I'm just a very gassy person because I think a lot of okay, you know what? I'm just a gassy person because I think that there are a lot of foods that just don't necessarily agree with me that a lot of people are used to eating.
I think it probably has a lot to do with the kind of tension and stuff that you carried around, the anxiety in your stomach.
Well, no. But also now that my medication is a little bit higher, I have noticed that like I'm not like I don't have as much stomach upset. Like my IBS is calmer because it was really like a thing. Like I would have to plan where I was going and figure out like, okay, do these people have a bathroom? Like y'all don't even understand. Anyway, what are the benefits of having a trainer? I like having a trainer personally because there are things that I'm like, I'm not doing that. And he's like, well, Imani, you have to do it. I told you to do it. I'm like, I don't want to do it. He's like, you're paying for me to make you do stuff you don't want to do. And then I'm like, all right, fine. But why are you sitting there with your arms folded?
Who tells the trainer I don't want to do it?
Me.
Yeah, who does?
I'm like, I don't feel like doing that. Or I'll negotiate. I'm like, okay, you said to do 12. What if we do?
Oh my God, are you serious?
8? Because then I know we're going to get to 10. But then he doesn't listen to me, so it's great.
Well, he shouldn't listen to you because that's stupid.
You shouldn't listen to
You're right. I don't.
You should listen to yourself.
I listen to myself.
But basically like I've had trainers for a while. Thankfully, I've been able to actually like afford that. But because I've
always had a trainer.
My mantra is there are things that I will spend money on, but I'm not the person who's going to go and spend a lot of money on label stuff because it doesn't match my personality. But also I'd rather spend more money on exercise and health and wellness stuff and then go buy like stuff from out of the junior section because it's smaller and it's cheaper.
Wow.
It's true.
No, I know it's true, but you went there?
What do you mean?
I could buy stuff out of the junior section.
Well, I'm saying that's my size sometimes.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't a flex. Like I'm a junior section. I'm just saying like, it's like I growing up in New York, I learned how to dress individually for me and make it less about, I guess, wanting to impress other people. But
thrift shops.
Yes. And I honestly, like real talk, and since all of this stuff happened over the past couple of years and I've been on this reality show, I actually rent the majority of the clothes that y'all see me in because God forbid I wear the same dress and then y'all be like, ooh, Imani wear the same dress April 12th. It's like, I mean, it's just stupid. So I honestly rent a lot of my clothes. And then the majority of stuff that I wear is pretty much like cut off shirts and like this shirt that says, like Cardi B.
I don't know that I could wear rented clothes. I think I would be bothered by that.
Yeah, but
it's
if
not
you're
a
just
bad
wearing
idea.
it once, I'm just wearing it once.
No, I'm not saying that's a bad idea. I'm saying that my Virgo-ness doesn't allow that.
I mean, honestly, my Capricornness wouldn't allow it, but I will say, I will say that if I had to buy all the clothes that I wear, like it's stupid. Like it's not, and I don't really like go, like when I go outside, I'm not really out here, flaunting. I'm just wearing t-shirts and shorts and flip-flops. And now that we can wear masks, it's even better because now I'm even more incognito. All right. Anyway, let's take a look at, hold on. This is what I'm supposed to say to you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm going to be sharing, stop laughing. I'm going to be sharing more fitness content. I am. And I'll be on the lookout via IG Live for some morning check-ins. So I am likely going to do like a 5 to 10 Instagram Live of like 5 to 10 minutes of me like working out my trainer like in the very near future.
So I have an announcement to make.
Me too.
No,
So
you don't.
every week, me and my girls, I mentioned earlier, the big girls,
With the Z.
we have our Zoom call.
Hmm.
And it gives us so much energy and strength in life.
Okay.
And not this week, but next week, we're inviting the next gens. That would be you.
I mean,
to
of
join
course,
us on the call.
because I'm their favorite
So
too.
all the aunties and the doc. Oh God.
I am though.
No, you're not.
Yes.
I can turn the camera.
No, you cannot. Okay, I'm everybody's
There's
favorite.
Alexa, and there's Rashida,
Alexa,
and there's
Alexa,
Cecily.
But who's the
and-
oldest
Well,
and the
your
most?
big head's in
And,
my nose.
well, who's the oldest and the cutest?
Me.
And Lene.
I guess Lenny's
And
the
Leah.
oldest.
We invited them.
Um,
So we're gonna have a big party. Everybody has to come with cocktails.
I'm not. I don't really
Yeah,
drink like
Yay,
that.
big girls and next gens. That's
Mama,
packed.
I'll make you a cocktail.
Yeah, I don't really drink like that.
All the
Oh, did I tell you about Idris and the Ciroc apple?
He gave me
Because Idris, like when I, we are in a Jamaican family, so like my uncles and my grandpa would like,
J-Ray and nephew.
yeah, like little like a mimosa.
Overproof rum.
Like when I was like, 4 or 5, and it was like, oh, this is okay, great, this is delicious. I did kind of used to sneak wine from the boxed wine in the little like Dixie cups when I was
You went away
younger.
for a second, so I took
I don't
more
think I
sips.
knew that.
You did, because you were like, Imani, stop drinking wine. But I'm like, it's a nightcap. But then I moved from wine to milk, sugar, and J-Ray and nephew because grandma taught me to drink that before.
That was my bedtime drink.
Right. I was
But
like,
I
this
didn't
is
have rum in it.
amazing.
It was just milk and butter and sugar.
Oh no, we had I was like, Anyway, here's my point.
Mm.
So I've been trying to like just see if there's certain things Idris would, like alcohol wise, he didn't like it. So I had like, I don't know, I'm a black person. Somehow Ciroc ended up in my cabinet.
It's been in there for a while.
I know. I don't know. I think like it just came with like the house.
What color? What kind of Ciroc was it?
Green apple.
Green apple, which is gross.
Did I give it
love
to you?
it.
No.
I
I
had
think-
some flavored Cirocs that
I think I got it
to
from
you.
Cameron maybe because
I
I don't know. Anyway,
I
my
got
point
it
is
I
that
got it in a swag bag.
so Idris drank. So I gave Idris a little bit of Ciroc apple,
Well, you
green
went away for
apple.
a second, so I took like.
No, you didn't. No, I didn't. I gave it to you.
You went in the pantry for like a few
I gave you a little bit, and he was like, "Is this what alcohol tastes like? This is great." I was like, "Idris, don't ever drink Ciroc apples. You're gonna throw up. Like it's really
I
it's
like
gross."
regular Ciroc in my martinis. I like grape vodka in martinis, but it's not flavored.
I'm a margarita.
I don't
kind
like
of
the
guy.
flavored anything.
I don't know.
You're a what?
Margarita. Kind of guy. Virgin margarita.
Oh, the virgin margarita.
Yeah. So anyway, let me see what else there is.
She told me where the camel dress was from, but I can't remember.
Oh, somebody asked about that. The camouflage dress that I was wearing was from Baltimore, of a designer in Baltimore. Her name is Jody. Hold on.
Jody Davis.
Jody Davis.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, that's where I got it from. And it has pockets. It has pockets. Like dresses with pockets are the most amazing thing ever. Okay. Is there anything? 'Cause I can't think of anything else to talk
Ciroc
about.
coconut is the bomb.
I have Ciroc coconut actually like right over
It's
here.
not.
It's okay.
It's not.
It's a lot of West Indians like it. See, look, Danielle
I
is
know, but Uncle Harry tried to give me J-Ray and nephew coconut flavored once, and I was like, I can't believe
you know what's good that they make in Jamaica? Rum cream.
rum cream is good.
What's wrong?
It's like Bailey's.
Yeah, it's like they come. I was at some
Like
concert
Bailey's
and
Irish
they
cream
had
that I have every morning in coffee in the hot tub.
Okay, so we've been on for an hour, and I think that we've pretty much exhausted all of our topics. So, okay, bye, Idris. So I would just like to thank everybody for joining us on this. Idris, get out of the frame.
He's all hairy now. He has a mustache
And a goatee.
and a goatee. And
Where? A
hairs are-
goatee where?
Oh, you didn't see it?
I don't want to. Please go.
It's
Because you're so hairy. Like you're like
Oh my
Teen Wolf
God.
in here.
All over his legs.
Yes, Sangster's rum cream. Yes. In any case, thanks for joining us. And
What additional message did you want to give them?
stay black.
Hmm.
You know,
Watch your
keep it tight.
podcast.
Watch your podcast.
Watch your podcast.
Watch my podcast.
And
Watch my podcast.
listen to your podcast.
Okay. And I mean, you know, stay up.
And review it.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so listen
You're
to my
such a little
podcast.
snob.
I'm not. I'm just like I'm telling everybody to like
Hope you
live
all
their
well.
life.
Just
Like
got here and guess I missed the topics.
get your mind right.
Yeah, it's going to
It's
be
gonna be on
posted right
YouTube.
over. Before you go, could you? Oh, that was
That was answered already.
Okay.
There's Deb Langford.
She said,
Vote.
"Oh yes, vote." So listen.
Okay.
A part of the reason why I've been living in an alternate universe is because I can't handle the possibility, and I'm very frightened that there could be another 4 years of this. And so, you know, everybody, you know how to not have that happen. You got to vote. In fact, I'm having an online wine tasting
Mhm.
that might feature Kamala. I'm going to see. Not sure. I'm not promising.
You mean your favorite color?
Mhm. My favorite color.
Okay, but real quick, can I say something? Totally vote. Yes. Like I don't play around when it comes to voting. Like that being said, though, there was Russian interference.
Yeah, there was.
Right.
Right.
And I think that for some people, it might have turned them off. I think the people who already were like voting isn't going to make a difference, but it does make a difference. It very much makes a difference.
If it didn't make a difference, then why were we feeling better under Obama?
Because there wasn't Russian interference. Like I guess what I'm saying is there are people who are like, I'm not voting, it doesn't make a difference, or my candidate isn't in the race, so it's stupid, which we're not doing this time. We're not doing that this time. Okay. But to all of you that are like, oh, like there was Russian interference, and we know this, like it's true. I think the main thing to remember is that there have been like Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook. I am aware that in response to Trump trying to lay these seeds of, well, the election results might not be accurate. Basically, Facebook, what they're going to do is any candidate who announces that they've won before the votes are counted, and they're going to be using Reuters, the news agency, any candidate who gets on Facebook and says, oh, I won before the results are counted and are considered accurate from Reuters, they're putting up like a red box, like basically like this, this is not confirmed, like everybody calm down. And I did see that somebody said, I don't feel like my vote is going to be counted. Here's the thing. The bigger point is that there were people who looked like me and probably you who died just for us to be able to have a mail-in ballot. So, think about, like, what did Naomi Osaka say yesterday? She said, every time I think about my ancestors, I say to myself that that it's not possible for me to lose. And that's true. So you got to think about the people who laid the groundwork for you to be able to walk freely and not have to cross the street when white people are around. You got to think about the fact that you can actually go and vote and pull a lever or do the little dots. And then you also got to think about the fact that, the mail-in ballots exist. You can vote from your house and put it in the mail. So
my mother started taking me with her to vote when I was probably about 8 years old. And we'd walk around the corner to 164th and Edgecombe to Stitt Junior High. And we would go into the voting booth and had curtains. And she would let me pull the levers that she told me to pull, and said to me that for the rest of my life, that I must never forget how many people died in order for us to have the right to do that. So I say the same thing to the people in my family. And for those people who are on the fence, if you don't think your vote's going to count, vote anyway.
Right.
Vote anyway. Because unless we come up with a landslide number, that dude's going to steal the election.
I mean, and even if there is a landslide number, he's still going to try to do something like real, like, fugazi. So just like, here's what I'm saying to you guys. It's kind of like when I would be in school and I was like, oh my God, am I going to pass this test? And I would study way too hard. And then I would end up getting like a higher score than I anticipated. Just go and vote so we can like work this out. Cause there's so much cognitive dissonance I have to do on a daily basis just to get through the day that I guess, you're not doing. I can't. Like my mom is at the point where she's like, okay, we have to all move to Jamaica. And I'm like, that sounds great. I'm sure I could open a fruit stand, but I'm not licensed in Jamaica. So I wouldn't be able to really, do what I need to do over there. So, just vote.
And Marva Griffiths Herman just made a great point. We need to reiterate that it isn't just about voting for the president. It's also for all the judges and the legislators up and down, because those are the people who also are affecting what goes on a day-to-day basis in your life.
Yeah.
So, with great enthusiasm,
vote. Got
to go out and vote. And on that note,
bye. Bye, you guys. I hope you had fun. And
we'll see y'all next week.
We'll see y'all next week. Bye. How do I end? Oh, here.